What is going on, beautiful people? It's Joe, the Nomad Investor, where dividends, freedom, anywhere is the goal. And today we are back with another portfolio update pre-market on Monday, October 27th, 2025. It's 7:16 in the morning. And yeah, let's dive right in. So for those of you who are new, if you could smash that subscribe button, that would mean so much to me. And most importantly, it would motivate me to continue making videos like these as I document my journey. For those of you who are not new, welcome back. And we are currently at 573 subscribers as of the filming of this video. And we are at 20 videos on the channel. I'm currently filming the 21st, which is also the 19th portfolio update. So with that being said, let's hop into things. As always, the videos on this channel are for informational, entertainment, and educational purposes only. I am not a financial professional or advisor, and nothing here should be taken as financial, investment, or tax advice. Investing always carries risk, and those seeking financial advice should seek out a registered professional. Now, with that being said, let's dive right into this. So for those of you who are not new, you're probably already familiar with this a little bit. But if you are new here, this is my game plan and goal for growing my small portfolio from $0 to $1,000 per month in dividend income. And the way that I'm achieving that is through this. So first and foremost, I have two sources of income. One is remote work income and the other is business income. Remote work income is pretty stable, consistent, and the business income does kind of go up and down and fluctuates depending on the season. So I've basically dedicated myself to contributing a minimum of $300 a month all the way up to $1,000 plus into a Robinhood taxable brokerage. And I'm treating this brokerage like a business aiming for 30% plus high yield. And the way that I'm achieving this is through investing in high yield income ETFs such as WPay, HOW, QDTE, XDTE, XPay, Bloxs, and etc. And I have set myself to a maximum of 5 positions. And these positions that I will be getting in are alternating between anchors and satellite ETFs. This follows the core satellite investing approach or strategy. This has been around for quite some time in the investment world, but I actually learned it from a fellow YouTuber by the name of Eugen Vasquez. You guys can check out his channel. He makes a lot of great videos, and to be honest, he's someone who inspires me on the daily. With that being said, I'm going to be reinvesting the weekly and monthly dividends or doing drip, or I'll end up stacking the dividends to purchase more when the market is down. By stacking dividends, what I mean is instead of automatically reinvesting them or choosing to reinvesting them, I'll keep letting them build up, and then I will probably deploy them when there's an opportunity. Anyways, drip plus always compounding is the portfolio growth strategy. And basically, I'm going to be rinse and repeating this until my account hits $1,000 a month in dividend income. Now, again, disclaimer, none of this is financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only, okay? Now, with that being said, let's hop into this real quick. So these are my dividend income milestones while I'm growing my small portfolio. This is basically so I can celebrate my small wins leading up to the bigger goal along the way. We've already smashed the $100 a month goal. We have already we're almost smashing the $200 a month goal. We're basically $4 off roughly, if I remember correctly, from smashing this. We'll hit that this week, no problem. And let's see, maybe, possibly, we'll reach the 300 month goal quicker than we think. Well, I don't know, we'll see. But these are all of them. You can stop this and pause this so you can see what milestones I'm gonna be keeping track of as we lead up to the ultimate goal here. And then one other thing is, I recently talked about this, but I'm looking at this new possible strategy. And again, I still haven't really written out everything, but basically I'm looking to diversify a bit more and hold some different positions that are more focused on growth or more stable-ish positions. So not pretty much going so heavily into only high yield. But of course, I'm still a high yield degen at the end of the day. So I will be looking for some positions that are a little bit more safer, more stable, if you know what I mean. But yeah, that's that. Now let's hop into the portfolio. So as you can see, we're doing pretty good. We're up $131 today for the day, or 3.11%, at least for now. I don't want to say that this is going to continue. There's a lot of events happening this week. We have earnings for some of the big tech companies. We also have the FOMC. So we're going to find out what's going on with interest rates. Are they going to be cut or not? And then there's something else that I'm forgetting. But yeah, we got some pretty good news that is happening this week. So we got to be vigilant. We got to be vigilant, and pay close attention. We don't want anything bad to happen to our portfolio by any means. So anyways, we're at $4,341.79. I love to see this. Like I mentioned, we're up 3.11% for the day. For those of you new, I have $1,070.74 in buying power. If this sucker will load, there we go, which is $0 in cash. I have $4,305.23 in margin total. I've used $3,324.49 in margin. And yeah, I'm at a 46.19% buffer currently. And my margin buffer is $2,005.36. So yeah, we're looking pretty good for now. As long as we're above 40% mark, I'm pretty happy. But I will be deploying either at the end of this month or early next month to reduce my margin and thus increase my margin buffer. Okay, so there's that. And then let's hop into each position so you guys can see here. First things first, WPay, it's at $54.52. We are currently up 2.54% or $95.98. So that's looking good. Our average cost is $53.17 a share. We have 71 shares and a 51.14% portfolio diversity. And as we can see here, the maintenance ratio is 30%. So that's looking good. Hopping into HOOW, we are also looking good. It's currently sitting at $72.85 a share. One thing I forgot to mention is market value. We're currently at a $2,258.76 market value. We are up $143.37, and which equates to 6.78%. My average cost is $68.23 per share, and we're at 31 shares with the 29.81% portfolio diversity. And we're also looking good at the 30% margin ratio. And then we have NVDW. NVDW is currently sitting at $46.56. We're at a total market value of $1,443.36, excuse me. And we're up $35.07 or 2.49%. Our average cost is $45.43. We're at a 31 shares. And this is at a 19.05% portfolio diversity. And also the margin ratio is still 30%. So we're looking good. Now I'm going to hop into this real quick, even though this is not updated. So this is my investing journal sheet, investing journal log. I haven't updated it today, but the last update was on the 24th. So we were looking good there. And then if we scroll all the way up to the top, just for those of you who are new, I've been doing this basically since I started this portfolio, which was August 19, 2025, where I originally started with $678.67. At the time, as you can see, I had Alti, XCT, and YBTC, but that didn't last very long because by the next time that I logged everything, I had only HOW, XCTE, and YBTC. Hopping into the dividend sheet here, let's zoom in actually for some of you guys. Yeah, so this is not really going to be up to market date because we are pre-market currently, but at 9:30, this will update most likely. But what I like to take a look at pretty much is the market return and total return. So we're positive across the board, and I'm anticipating that actually the market return and total return will increase a little bit once this pulls the actual current numbers. But yeah, we're looking good overall. We're up 10.64% total return for HOW, 2.69% for WPay, 3.32% for NVDW, and then market return 6.37%. 0.3 for HOW, 0.13% for WPay, and 2.35% for NVDW. Now, I wanted to hop real quick here into the dividend logs. So we are doing pretty good for the month, but for these three positions, which I've been holding, WPay has been the earliest. I got in the day that it launched, as soon as it launched on Robinhood. So that you can see my first dividend, or my total dividend payouts for September was $4.85 versus October. These are the accumulated dividend payouts we've gotten for each of these positions so far. And then if we hop over here to the side, you guys can see I had $196.66 paid out in dividends so far for the month of October. And then these are the dividends from the sold positions that I've received. But again, I didn't want to delete that information because that's important. But yeah, I'll show you guys the sold positions in a moment. But yeah, we're at $230.83 for the year. So that's looking good. Now, hopping real quick here into sold positions. Now, I'm bringing this up because someone actually commented on one of my videos talking about you should keep track of what you sell. And I do. So I have this tab over here that I rarely ever cover here, but basically you can see all the positions that I've sold, when I sold them, how many shares that I had of them, what was my average cost, what was my sale price, and etc. So you guys can pause this and take a look. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Next, I wanted to hop into each of the funds that I'm in Round Hill and tell you how much I'm going to be possibly getting paid this week. So let's starting with WPay. We are at 71.67% distribution rate. Now, if we hop over here into distributions, we can see that they are going to be making the declaration today, actually. So We don't know how much we're going to be paid out this week just yet, unless they release it on X, but we shall see. But yeah, that's it for now. But they did pay us out 73 cents a share last week, which was pretty good. And if you guys have been watching me for a long time, you know this. But if you're new here, I'm basically happy as long as I get over 50 cents a share with WPay. So yeah, that's my strategy and approach. Moving on next to HOOW, it's currently at a 60.79% distribution rate. So this has gone down quite a bit, which makes complete sense. We had an absolute tear the last couple weeks. So as you can see, the declaration was on the 24th and the X date is today. And yeah, they're paying out 85 cents a share. So that's pretty good. Actually, I'm pretty happy with that. Obviously, it's not as phenomenal as $1.48, $2.18, $1.82, and $2.22. But overall, I'm pretty happy. And to be honest, this is still a pretty good amount considering everything. We only did have 2 green days on Thursday and Friday of last week. Aside from that, it was really not looking good. We were doing pretty poorly in the red. So this is a pretty good distribution, I think, and is a pretty healthy start. Now, moving into NVDW, we are at a 52.83% distribution rate. And if we go down to the distributions here, you can see that we're going to be getting 47 cents a share. So that's a little bit less than I personally would have liked, but it is what it is. And the declaration was on the 24th. And today's the 27th, so that's the X date today. So we shall see. And yeah, I mean, this fund doesn't really usually pay out above the or around the dollar mark so much. I mean, earlier this month it did, but yeah, it's not really super common. As you can see, usually it's around anywhere from the 30 cents a share to the looks like 70 cents a share. It paid out $1, I think, back in August. But yeah, I mean, usually it's not really paying out $1, so that's just something to keep in mind of. But we'll see. We'll see. And NVIDIA is doing pretty big things. But yeah, that's it for these payouts. Recently, a subscriber or a viewer, they made me aware of something very interesting. So I've been talking a lot about Bloxs recently. And something that really was interesting is I was under the impression that Bloxs really only involved David Nicholas, who is obviously the founder and president of Nicholas Wealth Management. And again, X Funds, which is where Bloxs is from, is managed by Nicholas Wealth, right? But I found out something interesting. Jay Pestrichelli is the portfolio manager, or one of the portfolio managers of X Funds. And something about Jay Pestrichelli, he's the CTO of Tidal Financial Group. So this is something interesting. And if you look, also down here, we got more portfolio managers. We got Scott Snyder, Chris Mullen. You know, they're both part of Tidal Financial Group as well. And what's really fascinating, and again, the viewer, the subscriber, they're the one who made me aware of this, is when we're hopping over to YieldMax, YieldMax is advised and administrated by, lo and behold, Tidal Investments. So when I went over to Tidal Investments, I just wanted to confirm that Tidal Financial Group and Tidal Investments, if they're correlated, well, what do you know? They are. And you can see that through here. Jay Pestrichelli, he's here. So there's something to be aware of if you're going to be investing into Bloxs. Now, I'm not going to say this is a bad thing, but it's something that you need to keep in mind. If you haven't been a huge fan of how YieldMax funds have been managed, just if, you might want to pay close attention if you're thinking of investing into something like Bloxs, for instance, okay? So that's just something to be mindful of. I did want to make you guys aware of that. But I'm still pretty bullish on Bloxs as a whole. Their performance speaks for itself. Yeah, I'm not super worried about it, but I did want to make everyone aware of this because this is some news that I wasn't aware of. And but yeah, guys, with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this portfolio update. Let's stay positive. Let's stay vigilant as well. Let's take a look at how things go with the earnings. Are there going to be earnings misses? Are there going to be earning beats? We'll find out. And then also with the FOMC news, and also the last thing I want to mention is the tariffs. We're going to find out how things go with the negotiations between Xi Jinping and President Trump. So we'll keep that in mind as we continue throughout the week and looking at the portfolio. But with all that being said, if you guys haven't already and you're a new viewer, make sure to smash the subscribe button and also that like button, whether you're new or not. And yeah, without further ado, until next time, guys, peace.